Okay, we're going to begin. Thanks all for being here. I'm Simon Rosenberg from NDN, and grateful for you all turning out today. We've got a wonderful program, and I just want to acknowledge that Congressman Smith may have to run out at some point just to go vote. Congress is busy this week, so we're grateful he's been able to break away and be with us today. Just in terms of how this is going to work is that we are live webcasting this, so when we go to the Q&A portion, we'll be taking questions from folks online. Hello, Sue Brodsky, how are you? And we'll be taking questions from people over the internet as well as in the room, and there'll be plenty of time for Q&A. So thanks to everybody who's here and also who's watching online. Our subject today, NDN did a major event last week that was a preview of the Summit of the Americas that's coming up, and I see this as sort of a piece of that, continuing that same discussion. This is now a more immediate discussion about what's happening with the G20, but obviously we know that whatever is or isn't decided and whatever comes out of the communique from the G20 tomorrow, that this is going to be an ongoing process. And that what we're really facing in many ways is the end of the 20th century economy and the end of the 20th century construct that really helped govern global economics and sort of the Pax Americana that existed throughout the world. And we're entering really truly a new era of relationships around the world and of America's role in the world. And it's something that NDN has been talking about a great deal over the last few years, and it's something we'll be spending a lot of time getting into today. Let me do the bios and all that now so we can get that out of the way and so we can just get into the talk. And the order will be, we're going to hear first from Dr. Rob Shapiro. Many of you know Rob. He is the head of our globalization initiative. He really is, I think, simply one of the leading left-of-center economists in America today. He's been writing, I think, as intelligently about what's happening in the global economy as just about anybody in Washington in the last few years. Rob was served in the second Clinton term as Undersecretary of Commerce, and I like to say that we met in 1992 when Rob was the principal economic advisor to then Governor Bill Clinton. And when James Carville said it's the economy, stupid, he was talking about Rob's arguments about the economy and his analysis. And he's an old friend, and we're really glad to have him here with us today. He's going to be giving his take on what's happening with the economic piece and where we stand on the economic challenges in front of us. We're then going to hear from Congressman Adam Smith. Adam has been a dear friend since before he was even elected to Congress. And I like your new bio, Adam. I'm going to read it here a little bit. He's lived his entire life in the 9th District of Washington State and resides in Tacoma. Now in his 7th term, Adam serves on both the Armed Services Committee and House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. As a 13-year member of the House Armed Services Committee, he chairs the Subcommittee on Terrorism, Unconventional Threats, and Capabilities, which oversees the nation's Special Operations Forces and counterterrorism policy, among other critical areas. I want to say about Adam is that I think he's, among the members that we work with, I think his understanding of what's happening around the world today, both from a traditional security standpoint, but also from an economic standpoint, and the connection between the two, right, is almost unparalleled in the House and the Senate today. And he, among other things, he was the author of the Global Poverty Act, which was a wonderful piece of work. Who the co-sponsor in the Senate was Barack Obama, and he's put his as a large strategy towards reducing conflict around the world is about investing in helping America get to the Millennial Development to commit America to reaching the Millennial Development Goals that were set out that may seem like ancient history now, Adam, given what's happening in the economy today. But we're anxious to hear from Adam. And then finally, somebody who all of our team here admires very much, and we're really glad that he's with us today, Dr. Moises Naim, who's the editor of Foreign Policy magazine. He's written extensively on the political economy of international trade and investment, multilateral organizations, economic reforms, and globalization. He's the author or editor of 8 books, numerous essays, professional articles, and his opinion columns are regularly published in the world's leading newspapers. We also are big fans of the new online work that Foreign Policy is doing. Sam Dupont, who's our daily writer, writes and quotes from it all the time, and I think he may be your biggest fan here, and as a former staffer or intern, right, intern at Foreign Policy. So welcome, everybody. Let's get on with it. Rob, thanks.
Great.